There's a reason public confidence in government has slipped to one of its lowest levels in half a century. And it's not because Congress takes its time to get legislation right. The reason Americans are so mistrustful of government at the moment is because on issue after issue, they feel as though they're being sold a bill of goods. The reason there's such a serious trust deficit out there is because what Americans see is so rarely what they get from Washington these days. Just consider the national debt, for example. The International Monetary Fund is right now warning us that mounting government debt is perhaps the greatest single threat to the global financial system. As a senator, the president seemed to understand that. He said America's debts and deficit were spinning out of control and that it was a failure of leadership not to address them. Yet under his administration, the debt has increased over $2 trillion. In February, we ran the largest monthly deficit ever. And this year alone, we're expected to run a deficit of $1.4 trillion. What about the stimulus? Congress passed this trillion-dollar bill about 18 hours after the legislative text was available because Democrats said they needed it right away, to keep unemployment from rising above 8%. A year later, unemployment is hovering around 10%. It's even higher in Kentucky and other states. We've lost some 4 million jobs since the president took office, and every day, it seems, we hear about some new wasteful project funded by this bill. Then there's health care. Health care. The White House and its allies in Congress told the American people again and again and again that this legislation was absolutely necessary in order to cut the cost of care and to ensure our nation's economic security. Americans were skeptical. They wanted us to take our time. But Democrats said they couldn't wait. They cut their deals and jammed it through. Now we're beginning to see who was right in that debate. Last Thursday, a report out of the Department of Health and Human Services concluded that the health care bill falls short of the president's goals. Rather than cutting costs, it's expected to increase them. The White House also said the bill wouldn't raise taxes on the middle class. Yet now we're finding out that nearly 15 million middle-class Americans, as defined by the White House, will get hit with a new tax increase. The White House said premiums would go down, too. Yet now we're learning that premiums will keep going up. Pick the issue, whether it's the stimulus, the debt, health care, bailouts, you name it, the concerns Republicans raised are being validated.